It's been a year since last we met.
The evolution of country music is a fascinating story filled with talented individuals who helped shape its many styles. If you're a fan of traditional, outlaw, Americana, red dirt, or any other variant, then you'll be interested in learning about key players who helped bring this genre to life.
His spirit comes at will in the midnight on the seas. His bright smile haunts me still.
I'm Terry Price, and I have always enjoyed traveling and exploring little-known or forgotten history that's captured on highway historical markers. It's not just another roadside attraction. It's local history, and it's fascinating. Discussions of country music inevitably lead to its deep roots in Southern Appalachian folk ballads. We will explore the pivotal roles played by two individuals in preserving traditional ballads. Dame Campbell, a passionate collector, and Cecil Sharp, a renowned English folklorist. Their collaboration unearthed a wealth of songs and laid the groundwork for a genre's future. The emergence of country music was the culmination of several key developments. The now iconic Bristol recording sessions of 1927, which documented traditional mountain ballads and brought the form to a national audience, wouldn't have been possible without their first being discovered. Unearthing much of this rich musical heritage can be credited to the pioneering work of Cecil Sharp. But Sharp's own efforts wouldn't have come to fruition had he not been drawn to the region by the impressive collection of ballads by Dame Campbell, and the songs themselves wouldn't exist without Immigrants. Appalachian ballads are a tapestry woven from European traditions with both British Isles and continental influences. They arrived in the 18th century with primarily Scots, Irish, and English immigrants. The region's mountainous isolation fostered a unique musical environment that preserved the ballads for generations. Dame Campbell, who lived in Asheville, North Carolina, cultivated a profound fascination with ballads while accompanying her husband on his travels for the Russell Sage Foundation. Recognizing their cultural significance, she meticulously documented them, amassing a collection of over 200 songs by 1915. However, she lacked confidence in her notating ability. Cecil Sharp, a preeminent figure in English folk song scholarship, had established himself through extensive fieldwork and meticulous historical research. Campbell, aware of Sharp's work, contacted him, and an important collaboration began. Campbell's meticulous collection convinced Sharp of the potential for groundbreaking exploration. Sharp's arrival in 1916 proved pivotal. Impressed by the richness of Campbell's collection, Sharp, along with Campbell and his colleague Maud Carpelas, embarked on several expeditions into the Southern Appalachian Mountains between 1916 and 1918. Their journeys, often arduous due to the region's remoteness, yielded a treasure trove of songs. The collaboration between Sharp and Dame Campbell proved instrumental in recognizing, documenting, and preserving the wealth of musical heritage hidden within the mountains. Their research yielded a remarkable collection of ballads, many exhibiting British origins. The collection culminated in the publication of their co-authored book, English Folk Songs from the Southern Appalachian, which showcased the ballads they had collected together. Their work cemented Campbell's pioneering role in preserving Appalachian music. Their collection not only preserved a wealth of musical heritage, but also sparked a wider interest in Appalachian music. Pioneers like Samantha Bumgarner, who recorded traditional mountain ballads as early as 1924, helped pave the way, and just a few years later, the now legendary Bristol Sessions of 1927 brought many of these traditional ballads to a national audience, catapulting country music into the mainstream. Few singers Sharp encountered used accompaniment, though Campbell had documented instances in Kentucky where singers accompanied themselves on a dulcimer. Although not the primary focus, Sharp also noted the presence of jigs performed on the fiddle. Performers like Aunt Polly Shelton, Mary Sands, and Jane Hicks Gentry in Madison County sang from memory, demonstrating their vast repertory, remarkable memory, and reliance on oral tradition. Madison County, North Carolina, with its deep roots in Appalachian culture, became a focal point. Despite its isolation, the area nurtured a vibrant musical tradition. It wasn't until the 20th century that this cultural treasure gained wider recognition thanks to the efforts of music collectors and a resurgence of interest during the folk music revival. The surge in interest in the 1960s brought an influx of musicians from across the country, along with the production of several films and documentaries about singers in the county. Madison County boasts the longest unbroken tradition of ballad singing in the United States. One particularly prolific contributor, Jane Hicks Gentry of Hot Springs, deserves particular mention. Like the others, she possessed a vast song repertoire and also carried a rich family tradition of storytelling. Gentry embodied the essence of the singers Sharp encountered, individuals who passed down these songs not as performers, but as keepers of a cherished cultural heritage. Born into a family steeped in European ancestry, Gentry's upbringing exposed her to a wealth of songs, stories, and traditions. Her contributions as both a singer and folklorist helped preserve and celebrate the cultural heritage of the Appalachian region.
I'm going to finish up with one of Inez Chandler's. It'll go right over the head of all these young'uns here, but maybe you'll catch it. I don't say a single bad word in it, and so you're lucky tonight. So this is Inez Chandler's song. There was an old farmer who lived by the sea, and a merry old farmer was he. Did you notice how quiet the young'uns got when I said that? He had a fair maiden who laid on the grass, and every time she turned over you'd see her fair ruffles and tuffles as slick as a duck. She taught that old farmer a new way to bring up the children and teach them to knit, while the servants in the barnyard was shoveling out contents of the barnyard as slick as glass. If you don't like my story, you can go kiss my daughter in the parlor who winds up the clock with a piece of red ribbon tied all round her. Poodle dog, her poodle dog galore. If you don't like my story, I'll tell it no more. Thank you very much.
The story of country music is inextricably linked to the Southern Appalachian Mountains, the singers who lived there, and the passionate individuals who unearthed its treasures. The dedication of collectors like Dame Campbell and Cecil Sharp not only preserved a wealth of traditional ballads, but also inadvertently ignited the flame of a new musical genre. The Appalachian musical heritage continues to resonate today, and North Carolina, particularly Madison County, played a pivotal role in shaping those early chapters of country and bluegrass music, a testament to the enduring power of cultural traditions.